statements made by the police at the Kansas City Chiefs rally, or not rally, sorry, Super Bowl parade. Because as far as I understand, yes, this is wee woo breaking news. So far, 1 dead and multiple injured in shooting following the Chiefs Super Bowl parade. Officials are holding a news conference following the Kansas City shooting. Is that live right now? We will tune into CNN to see what is going on. But according to NBC News, at least 10 people shot near the Kansas City Chiefs victory parade route. Authorities say 1 killed, 3 in critical condition, 5 in serious condition, 1 non-life-threatening injuries. Obviously, the immediate reaction is American gun culture is out of control. Everybody has guns. We got to do something about it, but who knows? Why can't they do more car chases as crimes? I don't know. America is fucked, though. Not a single moment.
Live on our air, being taken, handcuffed, put into vans. So can you talk about that and the process as this investigation continues?
I don't know exactly the two that you're talking about that your camera caught on video being loaded into a wagon. I don't know that, but I can tell you that in and around that scene, it is still active. Not active in necessarily threats, but it's a very active scene. We're still investigating. This is still early on. We still have parties that are...
You literally call this in the Brandon tweet? I mean, we don't know if it's like some fucking right-wing nutso that was geared towards like shooting up the parade because of the Brandon tweet. We don't know that, okay? I will not make that. I will not make that assessment. But predicting...
10 to 15.
But to be fair, predicting a fucking mass shooting is going to happen in America is like predicting that the sun is going to come up tomorrow, okay? It happens every day, multiple times a day, so...
I don't have anything about... I can't give you an answer on the timing. I can just say that that's when it occurred, and we are investigating what led up to that. Maybe once we get some of those details, we'll know why that happened at that time, but right now it's still too new.
Chief, was it just one incident or multiple incidents that injured one?
That is something that is under investigation.
Mayor Lucas talked about how you were on the ground and you yourself...
Yeah, the real prediction is that I assume that people will say it's a trans person, because why wouldn't they? They never get punished for it. And yes, of course, lo and behold, they're claiming it's a trans person immediately. Like the absolute psychopaths, dude. The absolute psychopaths in America have now decided, like, no, it's always trans people. It's like always trans people.
With Chiefs players, along with fans, hundreds of thousands of people would be forced to run for our safety today. I think that I'll let the investigation shake out before coming to any further conclusions, but I think the initial response absolutely is anger. You know, we have done a number of these now, and this is a day that a lot of people look forward to, something they remember for a lifetime. And what they shouldn't have to remember is the threat of gun violence, marring a day like this, injuring them and their families. This morning, I was actually thinking about bringing my child, as many people in Kansas City did. And I don't want us to...
No, this is a new shooting. This happened today, like literally a couple hours into my broadcast.
Think about the concern of being shot. As the chief noted, we had a lot of law enforcement officers there today. They did exceptional and outstanding work, and I will second that again.
Oh, the one thing I will say is, yes, I know. I talked to Jeff earlier this morning. That's why he was memeing. For the H3 heads in the chat that are still here, if they are, I was memeing with Jeff this morning about, like, because I've been asking him to come cut my hair. And he was like, no, I can't do that because I'm going on Ethan's show today. And I was like, you fucking asshole.
But I wish that we lived in a world where they wouldn't have to do that. I wish we live in a world where we wouldn't have to see incidents like that. But I'm as heartbroken as anybody. We will do a full and thorough investigation. I hope that we bring whoever this is to justice. And we will continue to try to make sure that we can be as safe as possible. However, when you have people who decide to bring guns to events, when you have people who are deciding to try to mar events, celebratory ones like this one, all of us start to become members of this club that none of us want to be a part of, which is those who have experienced mass shootings. I hope for Kansas City this is one of the last times we experience that. What's that? Sorry, go ahead.
In danger at any point?
Was I in danger?
Any of the players? These players?
You know what? I think we'll let the investigation take a look at that. The police department responded effectively, I think incredibly quickly, to make sure that people would be out of harm's way. That being said, a number of us had to flee from a situation because we heard a sound of gunshots. So I'll let you answer your own question in terms of whether you think that's something that puts you in danger or not. In my view, anytime shots are nearby, you don't know where they're coming from, you don't know who's firing them and all of that, then perhaps there is a situation of danger. But
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. We're going to get back inside.
Can I ask a fire question?
Of the 10 to 15 injured, let's say, are all of those gunshots on it? And do you have a sense of how many, or are some of those also critical in injury?
We've covered that. We don't have that information.
I just have a fire question. Hold on. 10 to 15 is what we have. Potentially 15. One deceased. I don't have a condition on the other gunshot victims.
All gunshots.
Correct. It's correct.
We don't know how many.
One fire question.
No, I do not.
Because Chief Graves said there
We're going to have a lot of updates later, guys. We got to go inside and gather this information. I appreciate it.
What are the updates, Jake, later?
Well, just look on Twitter.
I just have one. I just have one. Excuse me. I just have one thing to say. This is not Kansas City. I'm angered by what happened, but I want you to know that the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department and all the law enforcement officers that were there today.
In the past 8 months, I've been in one active shooter situation and 2 known someone in an active shooter situation. This particular one from today, I'm sick of this shit. That's America. I don't know what to fucking say other than that's America, baby.
To those victims. We were here for a safe celebration. And because of 2 bad actors or more, is why we're standing here today. We will recover as a city. My heart goes out to our victim who is deceased. But your police department stands ready, and we are invested in the safety and betterment of Kansas City. Thank you.
We'll send you guys more updates on Twitter, okay? Follow the Twitter account and we'll put the updates.
All right. We have been listening to authorities in Kansas City provide an update on the shooting that took place in the area of the Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade. The police chief confirmed at least 1 person has been killed. 2 suspects are in custody. But, Errol, the thing that popped out to me from that press conference was that she said, Police Chief Stacey Graves, I'm angry at what happened today, and we heard that echoed from Mayor Quinton Lucas, who said he thought about bringing he was there with his wife and his mother, and he thought about bringing his kid, and he said, I don't want, for every big event, to worry about being shot.
But that's such...
If Taylor says anything, we get in gun law changes, you're not wrong.
At least 1 person is dead. The police chief there also... saying
Yeah, also, for the record, what we do know, at least like according to this video, is that some of the KC citizens tackled one of the shooters, apparently. So I don't know if that's like a pile on in the chaos, but that's what they're saying. But you can see the woman picking up a gun. It's one of them. There are multiple in the footage. Did you see Charlie's video on the officer shooting at a car because of Acorn? No, I watched the officer shooting at a car because of the Acorn myself. I watched it yesterday.
Just kind of shaken up a
I don't
little
get
bit,
my
and
I don't get my police goofs and gaffs news from motherfucking Moist Critical, okay? Come on now. This is the police. This is the funny haha goofs and gaffs. Look at the fucking incompetence of the police community. People on Twitter are so horny for the fact that it might be gang violence. Listen, I don't know what the fuck is the reason for why this happened, but I do know one thing. It doesn't happen like this anywhere else. That's it. Why you always got smoke for Charlie? Jesus fucking Christ. Wait, I don't have smoke for Charlie at all. What the fuck are you talking about? I like Charlie. Brother, I like Charlie. I watch a lot of his videos on this stream. But if you think that, like, if someone comes into me, comes into this broadcast and goes, "Hey, man, did you see Charlie? Did you hear about Charlie's take on, like, the presidential election?" I'm gonna be like, "Come on, that's my thing." That's my thing, dog. Don't come to me. Don't come to me with my thing. I was there. I'm just shook. Jesus. Well, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're safe, but you're not safe from the top of the hour ad break. That's right, because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. That is my most ruthless ad break segue. Listen, man. Every day, baby. Every fucking day. Every goddamn day in this goddamn country, there is another motherfucking mass shooting. Holy moly. Okay? Bro, if I type that in the chat, I'd get banned. Yes, because you are chatting. I am the streamer. Capitalism sucking your soul, lol. Listen, I'm memeing because he is safe. Okay, so that's it. And also because, you know, every day, multiple times a day. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. In that video, the fans tagging the shooter, the camera does pan to a bunch of cops sitting on their asses. Wait, no fucking way. First of all, Taylor is a fucking coward who takes a stance against nothing. Second of all, if Jesus himself came down from the heavens and told Americans to put their guns down, they would shoot them for being a fraud. And third of all, fuck New Jersey. Why fuck New Jersey? New Jersey has like, at least New Jersey has like decent gun laws. What the hell? Do you have any Valentine's Day plans? Yes, I do. With your mom. You already knew. You already knew. Ah! I did this last year too. Okay. I said it. Yeah, well, it was going to come for you. It was going to come for you just like I'm coming for your mom. Fuck you with all my heart. Wow, dude, get a new joke. Why? Your mom likes this joke. It worked on her. Anyway, what are the updates we have at this moment from the Kansas parade? 1 dead, multiple injured in shooting following the Chiefs Super Bowl parade. Biden has been briefed on the shooting, which, you know, who gives a shit about Biden at this point? But police chief has confirmed 1 person was killed at the shooting at the Super Bowl rally. Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves confirmed that at least 1 person was killed in a shooting at the end of the celebration of the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. Graves said the shooting happened on the west side of Union Station. When officers got there, they took 2 people into custody and immediately started helping people who were hurt. Bro, Kansas City, Missouri, not fucking Kansas. Come on. Sorry. Kansas City, Missouri. I know. Very touchy. I know. Missouri. Officials don't know exactly how many people were wounded, but it could be upwards from 10 to 15, Graves said. She also says she did not yet have more information about the condition of the victims. I am not going to make an assessment on this until there's more information on the motive, on the suspect. There's more details. So no, I'm not going to jump to that conclusion and be like, oh, it's because someone fucking believed the Taylor Swift conspiracies or whatever. But as far as I understand, people are already running with the narrative that, oh, look, not different than this. Look at this. Orlando Sentinel. Police respond to reports of shots fired at the Gardens Mall in Palm Beach Gardens. Probably a black guy. Well, look at that, dude. another mass shooting, and immediately the exact same assessment stands for Americans on Twitter. You know, another mass shooting happening, and people are speculating it must be a black person. I don't know who is responsible for it, but that is a ridiculous thing to fucking jump to conclusions on. I don't know why. So, Charlie Kirk is still trying to blame the last one on trans people. Far-right media is still trying to push a false narrative that the Texas mega church shooter was transgender. Has Joel Osteen come out and said that the wicked trans ideology is to blame for this?
This is a person who tried to shoot up a church. And by the way, this is not the first time we've seen this. We see this where mass shooters across the country who are trans, law enforcement is more interested in using the proper pronouns than actually finding justice or saying this despicable person doesn't deserve our attention. Who cares what their pronouns? You know what the pronouns are? Savage animal. That's the pronouns.
You're shitting on two of this country's favorite things, guns and racism. I know. Holy moly, what has happened to Charlie Kirk's hairline? Jesus Christ, dude. All that hatred in your heart, not good. Okay, folks, not good. By the way, the Joel Osteen church shooter, not even fucking trans. Like, literally had her biological child next to her that, as far as I understand, gave birth to, that she gave birth to. And yet, these motherfuckers are still doing the trans thing. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because that is the narrative in perpetuity, okay? One trans shooter is all it took for every one of these right-wing fucks to be like, well, the next shooter, definitely trans. Next shooter, definitely trans. Next shooter, definitely trans. And it's so wild. Because, like, the overwhelming majority of mass shooters in this country, especially politically motivated ones, are literally Charlie Kirk fans. The fuck are you talking about? It's wild. If my audience is comprised of like a bunch of potential mass shooters of the future, I'm not going to be rushing to conclusions on this side and very quickly being like, yeah, it must have been a trans person. It's very weird.